I've been getting a lot of requests to do a video about how to burn frankincense properly. Some reason there's not a lot of videos out there about it. Uh, Even though frankincense is thousands of years old, so I'm just going to show you a little bit how to burn it. A lot of people know frankincense as essential oil, which I need to address is causing an over-harvesting on the species itself. Using frankincense resin instead of the essential oil is a lot less stressful on the Boswellia species that are being over-harvested. So just keeping that in mind, frankincense is an herbal tree resin and not an essential oil. So when you use this resin, you get a lot of the nutrients that are naturally found in this that are lost in the distillation process. You're going to lose a lot of these nutrients and boswellic acid compounds that come in Boswellia through that process. So it's better to just retain the natural elements in the Boswellia by allowing it to secrete in warm water or regular water or melt at a temperature that's right. So it's very similar when you're burning frankincense to not overcook it or overburn it. Traditionally, usually you throw something inside it, like sand, to kind of balance the heat. I didn't have any sand on me real quick, so I just grabbed some rocks. I used to think these burner lids go on like this. I mean, it looks like they do, and it's kind of pretty like that, but that's not necessarily how they're used. What I do is I take the charcoal and I break it up individually into little pieces. Usually a piece like this, you can get like 4 little pieces out of it. This will burn for like 15-20 minutes. You know, and you want to get a little bit of frankincense, you just get a little quarter piece like that. That's what I do. You can see that it's placed. It could be in the sand, it could be in stone, whatever. As you can see, it's just a quarter piece of the Three Kings charcoal, which has the activator in it. When you light it, it should start to activate. You see that? That's the activator. And it starts to take effect immediately. Sometimes you might want to continue to light on a corner more, because the activator might not completely activate it. See how it's still going? Usually you don't want to like breathe that in, you know, that's just stuff they add into the charcoal to help get it lit. Now you can see this corner over here already has that red in it. That's because I kept that extra flame there. So you can see that that charcoal is lit. You got flame, you got red, and it's hot. And it looks like the activator stopped. So now you know that you have a nice piece of lit charcoal ready to burn some frankincense. Place it not directly on top of the charcoal, but close to it and around it, depending on how hot it is. If you have a big hot piece of charcoal and then you just put this piece of frankincense right on top of it, it's going to get really hot and start to melt into the charcoal, and the sap is going to be overburned, and you're going to get a lot of smoke, and it's going to be kind of unpleasant. Frankincense could be burned like indoors. So right now, you'll see that it's starting to secrete at a right temperature and burn, and it smells blessed. I'll demonstrate what happens if you place it directly onto the charcoal. It'll start to overburn, so you can see the charcoal there. And if I place this piece of Boswellia like right onto the charcoal, it'll start to smell nice at first, and be very pleasant. But then you're going to notice it's going to be very smoky, and it's gonna start to smell like burnt a little bit. Place it off to the side of the charcoal that's in the burner, and this way you can prevent all this smoke coming up like that. There's the charcoal where it's all hot. You can see the gray, and then it's slightly off. You want to prevent this sap from touching the charcoal at all means. What you need is just enough heat to allow the Boswellia to secrete the way it is, just very close to the charcoal. Not much smoke. You don't see much smoke. And it's perfect, and it's always going to smell less. So this is a traditional way to burn it, and thank you for listening.